thought I'd move to Sydney to get a little piece of the city life they're talking about in the 90s, where everyone I meet don't wanna know my name, they wanna know what I do for a living.
And I've got, well, you know, well, honey, if it works, it works.
That's what you're recording.
Don't you record this?
Not bad.
The songs don't earn me money, fill my pockets with cash. Every time I go busking, they're more in hash. Everything I want's getting further out of reach, like that funky little apartment down in Bondi. I've been getting cozy with a Kiwi boy, he killed me.
Hello, welcome to Urban Kitchen again, and today we're making a lamb roast, and I'm also doing a dessert today, and the dessert is by a fellow called Ross Dobson, and I got his recipe in the Sydney Morning Herald, and if I can find the link I'll put that on the website. So, just quickly about the ingredients, we're having a topside lamb roast tonight. That's the piece of meat that I'm using. Now that's going to serve about 4 people. And I'm making potatoes Anna. Not a very non-fattening meal with the potatoes Anna, but because it's cold outside I thought we'd have a nice comfort food. So we're having potatoes Anna, and I'm doing zucchini with garlic and butter, or marge if there's some in the fridge, so I'm making those. And for dessert I'm making these little cream cheese and jam parcels. So we're going to do that first, and then I can put them aside, and then we'll cook the potatoes. And then I'm only going to cook these for about half an hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes I should say, because we like to eat our lamb rare. Don't know what other people like, but anyway. So just quickly, I've got the oven on 200 warming up for the pastries. And so now I'll just start to put these together. I'm using pre-made puff pastry because I probably can't make puff pastry, so I'm not really going to try on camera. And all I'm going to do is cut each square sheet, I should say, of pastry into 4. So I'm just going to use extra virgin olive spray from Red Island, Australia, and I'll put the link on the website once again. So just so they don't stick, just a light spray. Now, the ingredients, it's very simple, these little pastries. Philadelphia cream cheese, now I'm actually using light, we'll see how that goes, and jam of your choice, and today I'm using Saint Dolfort, which is French jams, and this is red raspberry, so that's my choice of jam today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use it says a tablespoon, but I think it's probably going to be too big, so I'm just going to use a normal dessert spoon. It's a dollop of cream cheese in the centre and a dollop of the jam in the centre as well. So what I'm going to do, and this is a cook's tip, is I'm going to warm the spoon in some water, some warm water, and what that will do is that will allow me to easily put a spoonful in here so it doesn't stick, and a dollop of jam. And now I've kept the paper because what I'm going to do is bring the 4 corners got it. Bring them all in and then twist it just like a little parcel. There we go. That's one. So I've just made 2 each, and we're going to have them with some ice cream. So I'll pop them in a 200-degree oven. Now that's Celsius, and I'm really sorry, but I'll put a link to a conversion table on the website, I think. But it's 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, and we're just going to have a look at our pastry parcels. Very exciting. And They look pretty good. So what I'm going to do now, we're just going to leave those aside, and I'll serve those after we've eaten our roast dinner, sprinkled with some icing sugar, and we're going to have them with ice cream tonight. Anyway, I'm making potato zamna, so it's basically potatoes, onion and cream in the oven for about an hour. So what I'm doing is that I'm preparing the potatoes now. Well, I'm just using white potatoes. There's lots of different names for this dish as well, but I've known it as potatoes Anna, gratin, I think is another term. Just going to spray once again with the Red Island extra virgin, and you can use any spray that you like. I just spray it lightly. And what I also like to do, this is the red striped garlic that I found last week, and I've put the link on the website, and what I'm going to do is just rub it, preferably like a juicy side of it. So basically it's just a layer of potato, and then break up the rings of onion and put a layer of onion. So some pepper and some salt. And what I'm going to do now is pour cream, a 300ml fresh pouring cream. I've reduced the oven down to 180 as well, and it's the same temperature to cook the lamb. See what I mean? This is for my friend Heidi. Heidi would absolutely die knowing that I'm eating this. Pour a little bit more milk. So these have to cook a minimum of 1 hour. I'm going to test. I'm going to leave them in the oven for an hour and not look at them until then, and then I'll decide to leave them in even while the lamb's cooking. So I'm just going to pop these in now. I'm just going to put... Heidi, don't watch this.
From Jamaica to the world.
Okay, so now it's time to put the meat in actually. It's 7 o'clock, so they've been in there for about 40 minutes. So I'm just going to prepare the lamb. Jingili olive oil, once again, we like jingili olive oil. Just for a bit of extra flavour, I'm just going to put 2 knife cuts into each piece of lamb, and I'm going to press in garlic. So a little piece of garlic, about 1/4 of a clove per hole. And rosemary, garlic and lamb, beautiful combination. So just a little bit of pepper and salt. So now into the oven, 20 to 30 minutes, we'll see what it's like then. So there's about half an hour to go, and what I'm going to do now is cook the zucchini in some butter and garlic.
From Jamaica to the world, it's just love. It's just love. Hey! Why must the children play in the street? Broken hearts and faded dreams. These are not to everyone that you meet. Don't you worry.
So Mark, if you come and have a look at that, that's covered nicely. So now we just cook that slowly for 20 minutes, and slowly, so you need to make sure the heat's turned right down. Okay, so it's definitely over an hour that the meat's been in there. I'd probably say the meat's been in there for a good hour and 10 minutes. So as you can see, we like quite rare lamb.